some research and came across this reading. I didn't pay much attention to it, but it was a nice thought. Until a couple weeks ago, I was sitting on the front lawn and watching everyone from the community and all of us intergenerationally worship and celebrate one another and celebrate God. And I was reminded of this reading. It was written as the impossible ideal. It's called "The Churches Were Parks." If we tore down our church buildings and replaced them with parks, would the buildings be missed? If churches were parks, there would be trees and grass and places for pleasant walks, neighborhood families enjoying the changing seasons, and our old ones sitting on benches telling children stories of their lives and their faith. In the fall, as the leaves changed from green to yellow, orange, and red, we could invite our friends and neighbors to corn roasts and barbecues. Invite them to laugh with us, talk with us, enjoy the beauty of God's creation in the park. We could leave the children something wonderful in a world gone mad. In the winter, we could roll in the snow with the neighborhood children and get to know each other again as we walked under the trees heavy with frost. At Christmas, we could decorate a Christmas tree, savor the story of the Nativity, and sing carols under quiet stars. If churches were parks, we would have to forsake our games of power and our dreams of empire for pleasant walks, snow forts, corn roasts, Christmas trees, carols, Easter pageants, and heart-to-heart talks with those we need to know why we still believe in God. If our churches were parks, all people could gather there. They could come whenever they wished, for there would be no locked doors or security windows on our parks. No stained glass windows to hide behind. Members of the church eating lunch in the park could strike up a conversation with a business person, a university student, or shopper resting before heading home, or admire the multicolors of a group of teenagers. And ask them if they are afraid of the world we have created for them, or angry because of the future we may have taken away from them. Of course, we could find pain in our parks, lonely people, unhappy children, sullen youth. We might confront those trying to buy drugs in our parks. We might fear those who would hurt us and steal from us. If our churches were parks, we would have to confront the world outside our building. We would have to be those who make peace and speak of redemption and hope, rather than those who hide behind fortress walls and wish the world away. You see, when God started the world, He put His man and woman in a park. He chose to walk and talk with His creation in a park. When we were cast out of the park, He began to build towers, empires, cities, and temples. We had to acquire and possess not only the present, but the past and the future. We found ways to control our world and other persons. But it's hard to do this if the church is a park. I thought of her impossible ideal and wondered what she would think if she saw us on Wednesday nights. The possible ideal.